This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Live from the dungeon, we coming. Y'all must be running, we coming. Y'all don't want none of this gunning. I don't know why y'all running.
Just when you thought it was safe to put on a podcast, the legend continues. Place to Be Nation presents Freak Out Drive-In with Jennifer Smith.
My weapon is large for bodies, I'm strapped for battle. My soul is in the crossroads, it hides the feeling. Somewhere deep inside the spirit to rise the killer. I'm too distant to talk, my vicious assault is inflicted in parts to slit you a stick in your heart. I got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Only way I'm dying is...
Happy holidays and welcome to Freak Out Drive-In. I'm your host, Jennifer Smith. Tonight, you're in for a treat because we are going to watch the 1984 movie Gremlins. Now, I know there are a lot of Christmas-themed horror movies that I could have chosen, but I wanted to pick something that was a little bit more accessible. I think that Gremlins is one of those that usually plays around Christmas time, and you can catch it on maybe like a AMC or something like that. So I wanted to pick something that was a little bit more popular than something that might show up on Shudder. So I'm watching this with my good, long-time, close personal friend, Nick Duke. He loves this movie, and I like to watch movies with people who love the movie, so that's what we did. It's a lot of fun, of course, it always is. It gets a little dark. I mean, Gremlins it toes the line, I think, between the black comedy and the horror genre, and we talk a little bit about that, but knowing Nick, things get a little dark. He suggests ways that all of this fuss could have been prevented, if you just, get to the root of the problem and solve it. So, so you might like that. We'll see. Anyway, Nick and I watched this on Amazon. We rented it in HD for 99 cents. So I think that's a pretty good deal if you don't happen to find it streaming anywhere. So, definitely worth $1 to watch. I hope you like it. It's meta. It's silly. It's funny. It's gory. It's just a lot of fun, and I have a lot of memories from watching it when I was younger, and as I think it's one of those that, especially the meta aspect, you appreciate more as you get older, which I most certainly did, and then there are references throughout the movie to things that you might necessarily not get when you're younger, and that you will now. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and enjoy Gremlins. Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, we're gonna watch Gremlins.
Oh, fucking love this movie.
It's so great. Alright, so when I asked you guys if this was considered a horror movie, I kind of got mixed answers. So we decided to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Where you were on the black comedy side.
Yeah, like, to me, this is more, like, okay, so, not to turn this into a Gremlins 2 podcast, which we could easily do.
Yeah, we can.
But if you're going to look at the two movies, like, and you have to pick one of them to be a horror movie, this is easily the one that strays more into that territory. There are moments in this movie that are actually, like, somewhat, creepy or have a little bit of tension to them, but for the most part, it's really supposed to be a satire, in my view. So, like, I kind of edge on that, like, black comedy kind of thing. The analogy I drew in the chat when we were talking about this was, like, whatever you would consider Little Shop of Horrors to be, except minus the musical part. This is essentially the same thing to me. Like, it's supposed to be a little cheesy and a little fun, but at the same time, there are moments where you're like, oh shit, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, like several.
Yeah.
And you said you watch this every Christmas, is that right?
I do. This is like, I have a long list of Christmas movies. I'm something of a, like, to be so miserly most of the time, I'm something of a Christmas fanatic. Like, I have like 20 Christmas movies I watch every year. The weekend of the actual, like, Christmas, we don't do anything but listen to Christmas music and watch Christmas movies around here. So, like, this is one that is on the rotation, that I watched a lot when I was a kid and have always kind of held this affinity for.
Yeah, same with me. It's like, it's so weird. Like, I think that when we were growing up, my mom thought it was just like the weirdest thing. Like, why are you wanting to watch this?
Right.
This is fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, and consider, I mean, if this came out today, it would be so tame. Like, people would be taking their kids left and right to see this. It wouldn't even be a consideration. It just shows you, like, how much shit's kind of changed in the, 20 years since then, or 30 years since, God, 30 years. My
I
Lord.
know. That's awful.
It could be worse, I guess. I guess I could certain other individuals, but we won't get into that.
I don't know who you mean.
There
All
are
right.
several.
You know what I didn't know? I did not know that Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo.
I'm going to be honest with you. As often as I've watched this movie, I probably didn't know that until like 2 years ago. I learned that. I was like, whoa, what the fuck, really? That's kind of cool. And then apparently he came back and did the sequel too, which is interesting because like the sequel is not until like 6 years later, but they were able to get pretty much the entire like original cast back to come and do it. And especially for a fucking weird ass script. But again, not a Gremlins 2 podcast.
We'll do that next Christmas.
We'll dedicate it straight to Mike on Twitter.
Yeah, we will.
And of course, the Institute of Gremlins 2 Studies in New York.
I want to go there.
I hope there's an actual physical building, and I hope it's like, I hope it's got like the outline of the bat gremlin that flew through the wall there, and like the spider web and stuff. That would be awesome.
Something else that I guess I probably did know was that this was executive produced by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I did know that. So apparently, I don't know a lot about. I'm not like full of trivia about this movie, but one thing I do know is that like during the initial like concept design, Gizmo was not originally like this cute and cuddly creature. Like, not saying he was going to be like one of the Gremlins, but they were going to definitely have more of an edge to him. And Steven Spielberg actually kind of helped Joe Dante, the director, with a redesign of the character that kind of wound up like leading to the Gizmo that we all like know and recognize today. And I would argue like the difference, like that visual dichotomy between like the cute and cuddly Gizmo and the Gremlins, it kind of makes the movie.
It
like
does.
If he had been like this, somewhat intimidating figure on his own, it probably wouldn't have worked as well.
He's so damn cute. Like, what is it? Is it like,
To the point where
his
like
ears or something? I don't know.
Like, what year did like the Furby craze hit? Like 98 or 99, something like that?
Late 90s, yeah.
So like Gremlins 2 was 8 years removed from being released. Like, nobody was talking about Gremlins in 1998, but like as soon as Furby hit it big, like a month later, there was a Gizmo version of the Furby. Like, because it's one of those things that for whatever reason endures. I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is about this particular movie, but like with people from our generation, it feels like it's one of those universal language things that we all pick up on.
Yeah, totally agree. So we missed we like chatted through this whole beginning part, but I always, I thought the dad in this movie was sort of weird. So he's like an inventor and he makes all this useless shit, and then he's kind of a shitty salesman on top of that. But he's so like sweethearted and good-natured, but also just a little off, a little clueless,
a little stupid, yeah,
a little dumb,
yeah. Kind of useless,
yeah.
All things considered. Makes you wonder, like, you see this movie and they have like this pretty nice house. Granted, it's in this small town, so I think property values are pretty low. But like, I'm not thinking the bathroom buddy is moving a bunch of units here. Like, how are they affording all this? I get the impression that Billy's job at the bank is really the primary breadwinner, and he's pretty much financing his dad's like useless pipe dream.
Wow.
I mean,
I didn't consider that at all, but
we never see him sell anything in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, so all the money, and like his mom seemingly is a stay-at-home mom. So like it seems like all the money in this house is coming in through Billy working as a bank teller. Judge Reinhold, what a douche.
He, maybe Billy's dad was into some nefarious things, like, he traveled a lot. Maybe he was a smuggler of some sort, or...
That's a good point. He did just go see a fellow from the Orient, so perhaps some heroin.
Right.
Is that what's going on? I don't know.
Some illegal fireworks or some shit.
The last Christmas movie I watched that had a scene in a Christmas tree sales lot was Bad Santa 2, where there was a sex scene in it, so that's good.
Yeah, well, that's probably better than that little scene was.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bad Santa 2. I need to watch that.
It's nowhere near as good as the first, but it has its moments. The kid looks like, he looks the same. Even though it's been like 12 years. He looks the fucking same. Just a larger of the same child from 2003.
This Billy kid, like, he's is he kind of a loser? Did you identify with Billy in this, or were you annoyed by him?
I think he's kind of got it together. Pretty well anyway. Like he's got this deadbeat dad who doesn't do anything. So Billy's going out. He's got a job at the bank, and he's like warring with this evil Mrs. Deagle lady, and he's got the hots for Phoebe Cates, and she seems to be feeling him as well. So what's not to like except for the fact that he has to put up with fucking Judge Reinhold every day?
What is your beef with Judge Reinhold?
Judge Reinhold is like the master of what we called in college bitch face. Like, it doesn't matter what he does or says. You just look at him once and you're like, oh, I hate that guy. What a fucking fuck that guy. He's just bitch face. That's what it is.
You just judged him solely by his appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. Judge Reinhold has it. I would argue David Caruso has it to a certain extent. There are others. Chris Klein definitely has it. Not to mention, like, having a lack of talent in addition to bitch face.
Right,
yes. It's a combination of factors there. But there are lots of actors that have bitch face. I'm sure we could come up with a list. Written by Chris Columbus, who went on to direct, like, numerous, like, children's movies.
Harry Potter, too.
Directed the first Harry Potter. Directed, I want to say, oh, God, what were the other ones? I think, did he direct? No, Spielberg was Hook.
Mm-hmm. Was it Goonies? Or was that Spielberg, too?
I don't remember, to be honest. Let's see here. Yeah, he directed Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, 9 Months, Stepmom, Bicentennial Man, the first 2 Harry Potters, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and Pixels. Oh, my God, what a note to go.
Oh, good Lord.
Pixels. Yeah, it started so well, and then it all went downhill from there. Adventures in Babysitting, if you remember that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rent, the theatrical version of Rent.
That's kind of the opposite of children's movie.
And he is apparently attached to direct the theatrical version of Five Nights at Freddy's. So,
okay,
that would be interesting.
Yeah,
that's one that should kind of have like a similar feel to this, I would assume, whenever it gets made. But
yeah, go with the animatronics and not like CGI. I get a little bit of a Wizard of Oz vibe from Billy and the evil lady, and she's squabbling about his dog.
I didn't even think about that, but that's a good point. Man, shoulder pads were certainly a thing in the 80s.
They sure were. And I
Vince
feel like
McMahon allegedly loved them.
I'm sure he liked Phoebe Cates, too.
Who didn't like Phoebe Cates? Shit. What happened to her, by the way? Like, why did she last longer than she did? I don't know. That was her star burned out too soon, I think.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe she did the route of some of the other ones and like went to college and became a scientist or.
Fuck all that. She should have just kept showing her tits.
Yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's what I was thinking. The other movie.
She's married to Kevin Kline? Like that Kevin Kline?
The old Kevin Kline?
Yeah. She is married to Kevin Kline.
Huh.
There you go. Thank you, Wikipedia.
That's weird.
And has not appeared in a film since 2001. And before that, it had been since 1994.
She was born in 1963. Wow.
She's older than she looks, I guess.
Yeah, she is.
She's just aged tremendously well.
All right, so
This lady, fuck this
yeah,
lady.
she is just.
Fuck her.
She got bitch face for real.
You only get like 2 scenes with her in the movie, but they are plenty to like make you just hate her fucking guts. To the point where when the Gremlins show up later, you're like, God, yes, thank you.
I feel like I know her from something else too.
What is she going to do with the dog? She never explicitly says.
She's gonna be like that chick that we were talking about the other day. She's gonna,
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. Believes in bestiality and.
The urine has lots of nutrients, from what I understand.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That was one of the most disturbing things, because like we're watching that video, and I'm like, this has got to be fake. Like, there's no way this is real. Surely this is just some sort of editing trick. Nope. No. And you know what's really impressive about that is, I don't know about your dog, or if you have a dog, you probably don't, but
I do not.
That dog sat there and pissed an entire 12-ounce Solo cup full.
I wondered how she
perfectly.
got him to do that.
I don't know. Lots of training, I guess.
Well,
that dog probably will do anything she says because he knows that he's going to get a action later.
Say,
so.
She puts out, so he'll do whatever.
There you go. There he is.
And why is he taking his dog to work anyway?
Man, I don't know, man. People do that in movies and shit. Like they take kids and dogs to work and stuff when nobody actually does that in real life. You know?
It's like, this is my emotional support dog. I need to take him to work. Maybe he was worried about her stealing him.
That's a good
napping
point.
him.
Because his mom stays at home all the time.
Yeah.
Why didn't she take care of the dog? Or maybe the dog is the move, with Phoebe Cates. So he knows that Phoebe Cates is into the dog.
He's a comic book artist.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's into comics here, and he's a good artiste. There he is. There that fucker is again.
Do you think that Judge Reinhold looks like, fuck. The guy from your GIF, Jesus.
Jason Segel?
Jason Segel, yes.
No, Jason Segel, to me has always been a little chubbier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's chubbier.
If he were to slim down, if he were to pull a Chris Pratt and lose 60 pounds, then maybe I guess I could see that kind of. The difference is Jason Segel in every movie he's ever been in is immensely more likable than Judge Reinhold is in any movie he's ever been in.
Yeah, well, yeah. What about Police Academy? No.
That's like my one where I feel like everyone of a certain age is in love with Police Academy, and it's definitely been my bag. So it's fine, but it's not something I'll revisit often.
I think he looks kind of goofy though.
Yeah, but he so often gets stuck into playing these smarmy rich characters because wasn't he in that's why I hate him. The fucking Santa Claus when he played that fucker. Yeah, that's it. Fuck that guy. Trying to tell that kid there's no Santa Claus. Fuck you.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
No. Beverly. Fuck him there too. Fuck him.
All right, so what else can we mention here?
This is also a house where his dad has bought medieval swords and hung them on the wall.
That sounds
and
right.
they're operating off of a 1972 black and white television. Yeah, this dad is not. No.
He's a dreamer. He has his head in the clouds. He can't be worried about money and whatnot.
Of course not. I wish I could be like that.
Me
not
too.
have to worry about money and stuff.
And the stupid egg contraption.
I was going to say, this particular invention seems especially useless.
Yes.
There's an egg cracker on every hard surface that's ever been invented. You don't really need, this little cute little chicken head to knock some stuff open.
And fuck it all up.
What I want to know is, does he have like electrical patents and stuff on this? Like, are his inventions up to code as it relates to like the circuitry and whatnot? Because I would imagine that this is kind of a bootleg operation, and that the U.S. government would be interested to know what's going on here in this house.
Yeah, I would venture to say he has no legal ramifications here to back up any of this crap. He's just a tinkerer, you know. He's trying to get rich quick, I think.
Yeah, the bathroom buddy, it's going to blow up soon, I think. The smokeless ashtray that we'll be introduced to later in the movie.
I like how the mom is like, don't tell your dad. Like, we don't have any money, and somebody's trying to kill your dog. And I'm just going to, you know, put on a fake face and pretend like everything's fine.
But again, they have no money. Yeah, this house is not, it's not like they're living in the projects, you know, it's a decently nice house. This dude has his own like attic, you know, loft kind of style thing all to himself. They got these nice arched doorway or arched entranceways and stuff.
Maybe that was like her parents' house. Like,
maybe that's good. That's a good point.
It's a heirloom house.
This dog is like, fuck this. This is a bad idea.
Poor Gizmo. He got all wrapped up. Like, how can he breathe?
I would say, what does she see in him? But I mean, let's be honest. It's not like she was going out and landing a supermodel herself either. So it's probably a mutual acknowledgement between the two of them. Like, you're the best I can do. I'm the best you can do. Let's just do this thing, man.
You know, he could be hung too. You never know. With those sideburns, you never know.
That's a good point. There's got to be something appealing about him. Here we go.
I always thought it was odd that Gizmo's like, he doesn't really talk. He like parrots them.
Yeah, he can he's like semi-intelligent enough to like communicate somewhat, because that's the big thing at the end of the movie. It's basically the E.T. ending where it's like, goodbye, you know, Billy, except Elliot in E.T.
I think that's why.
Which is interesting, actually. One other piece of trivia I know about this. Joe Dante was dating a girl. I don't remember her name. I don't know that she did anything else that was like super relevant. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this movie was like co-written like while E.T. was being made or something like that. There's some sort of tie-in between these two.
I wonder what made them, I mean, besides like, you know, him having to support the family, why is Billy not a younger person, you know?
That's another question, is how old is he supposed to be here?
I feel like
he's very baby-faced, so like maybe like 22?
Yeah.
20,
yeah.
I mean, somewhere
he
in
can
there?
drink in the bar.
Right. And he, you know, I don't know if he's been to college or whatever. Wait a minute. So Judge Reinhold earlier in the movie references being like 25, I think. Mm-hmm. And so you get the impression they're supposed to be similar ages. So somewhere around there, probably. Yeah.
I just wonder what if they wrote him younger. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I kind of go with more of like a Kids on Bikes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things or something. Yeah, that might work. Which is interesting because you have Corey Feldman in the movie in like this bit role, who doesn't really do much, even though like that would be an interesting way for younger kids to get into it or whatever.
Yeah, he basically just like says a bunch of one-liners, which is what he's good at anyway.
Yeah. Gizmo is already like cooing or whatnot.
Oh no, so cute. His little head tilt.
And his dog is like, this is bullshit. Fuck this thing. I can't fuck the thing, because I think, you know, if water works, I would assume that calm works too. Like, you know.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, and this is not like cutting edge or anything, but there are still, examples where bootleg-ass animatronics work more effectively than the CGI they do today.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, this is not, you know, does it look photorealistic or anything? No, but it's more believable than a terribly animated, you know, character or whatever.
I was always like really impressed, especially like when they do stuff like him picking up Gizmo. Like, he'll like cradle him, and it looks like there should be like wires or something attached to him.
Yeah. Gizmo pretty much just said bright light, bright light.
Yeah. And that's the other part of this. Like, he's like, I feel like he's borderline too intelligent to be like somebody's pet.
Right.
Like, I feel like there should be like a Mogwai revolt. Like,
yeah, because pretty much once these other gremlins pop up, or these other Mogwai pop up, Gizmo's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because like he knows exactly how this is going to go before the rest of them do. Which begs the question, like, has this happened before? And if so, why doesn't that old man just kill Gizmo? Like,
he's too cute. You can't kill him.
Like if someone presented you with a real life Gizmo and you knew like that, you know, us being us, the odds of us fucking up and creating an army of gremlins are pretty high. You pretty much have to kill him right away, don't you? Like, it's your duty to kill the thing. Otherwise, you know.
Just imagine, like, all these other, like, villages in China just, like, left in ruins from gremlins, and everybody, one just always escapes and perpetuates the next disaster.
Yeah, because that was what he was trying to do at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
He was trying to get that fucking water fountain or whatever. The cannonball in the YMCA is actually pretty funny. Billy's like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah, what is this shit now? He is attempting to use his dad's juicer.
Yes.
That he is.
Sorry for not watching this along with us. Oh god.
It's
there
like,
we
at first
go.
it works, and then
now there's not that much juice in that fucking thing. That's the one problem.
What the shit? Oh, okay. He's dressed as... Oh, okay, I got you. He's dressed as a tree because he works at that lot, I guess.
Yeah, we see him earlier in the movie where he's like...
I missed that part. Imagine if his dad designed sex toys. If that was like part of his invention. Like, you know, you never know what he's got in the bedroom.
No, yeah, I mean, if he's got this thing, he probably has like a steampunk, you know, pneumatic, you know, dildo or something that he's got going on.
That's why the wife stays with him.
There you go.
That's how she landed that guy.
It takes a certain kind of guy, as this old fucker here is saying. The fuck is this he's watching?
I wondered.
Oh, so he doesn't like bright light, but he can watch television.
Well, it's black and white. It's not that bright.
I mean,
so cute.
And his ears are kind of like the certain dog ears where they're kind of like opaque and you can see the veins and stuff. Weird.
He's like all chilled out there with his little comfy bed and his comic books and his TV. He looks like a straight up nerd.
He was like, hey, Mom, I'm going to take this 12-year-old kid up to my room and take my shirt off. So, like, here we go. Don't worry about it. It's completely normal.
That is true. Why is he friends with this little kid?
Which one was it, Feldman or Haim, that allegedly got Michael Jackson?
I think it was Feldman.
Okay, well, then he's used to this by this point, then. Allegedly.
He is young.
Gizmo's like, fuck you. I'm not.
Did you have any, like, did they make, like, plushy Gizmos before the Furby?
No, but my brother had a Gremlin, like, plushie that he used to try and, like, terrify me with. Because my brother is, like, let's see, 9 years older than I am. So, like, when I was, like, 4, he was, like, 13. So it was one of those things where he could, you know, pretty much do whatever he wanted if he wanted to fuck with me. And so that was one of the ways he would do it, is he had this plush Gremlin and he would, like toss it, like, at me in, like, unsuspecting circumstances, you know?
Mm-hmm. Was it Spike?
So, I don't know if it was or not, but I mean, it was just a Gremlin. I don't know that it was necessarily, like, officially licensed or whatever, but it was definitely, like, made in that style. What I did have, though, is, like, I had the storybook adaptation of this that was split into, like, 5 little, like, paperback storybooks, and each paperback storybook came with a record that I had for like this little like record player that my parents had given me back in the day. And so that read the story of Gremlins to you as a children's book.
I remember those.
Yep. I had those, and that was cool. And then when Gremlins 2 came out, I had the Game Boy game for that, and it was atrocious, but I had it nonetheless.
The Game Boy game. Good Lord.
Where you walked around as Gizmo,
Yeah.
hitting Gremlins with pencils. And every once in a while, you get a rubber band to make a bootleg bow and arrow and shoot Gremlins with, like, a pencil and a rubber band or whatever. I don't even remember. This reproductive system is certainly interesting.
It's somewhat unique. And somehow these Mogwai are not nearly as cute as Gizmo. Even though
they're evil.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the question. Do they become progressively more evil? So, like, if these got doused in water, would the next series be, like, even worse until eventually, like, you breed, like, Gremlin Hitler or something like that?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Yeah, impressive, kid. You can count to 5. Big fucking deal.
He's like, can I have one?
No. Spike is in the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's
one.
right. Yeah, you're right. Stripe's the best one.
Of course. He's like the ringleader.
How does he just take it all in stride? Like, how is he not freaking the fuck out?
He's been to the Neverland Ranch and he's seen shit you wouldn't believe. So,
it's like he just witnessed this and then he's like, okay, here's some 3D glasses. I'd rather look at this. Like, would you not be freaking the fuck out?
And think about that. If Gizmo really is that intelligent, think about the guilt complex he must have. Like, he's probably been through this. Like, he is responsible for, like, the deaths of thousands of people at this point. And he just has to bear all that. That was a depressed look on his face right then. Sucky depression. Like.
Well, in Nick Duke logic, he should just, kill himself and save everybody all the trouble.
Probably so. I mean, like it's kind of like the Hitler thing. If you had the opportunity to go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you? I think Gizmo is essentially baby Hitler. Here we go, the bathroom buddy again.
That's awful.
I always wanted to shave my face with a giant fucking box.
Yes. With dental floss coming out of it. Oh.
And what kind of like watery ass toothpaste? Never mind, that's shaving cream.
Shaving cream.
The toothpaste pops up in a minute, I thought. And it's like this really thin, watery ass shit. So like he's going with like the most bootleg ass toothpaste possible too. There's no Crest or Colgate partnership here.
He's just like, yeah, so that weird thing you gave me, there's like a bunch more of them now.
There's like a fuck ton of them.
Yeah. And then the dad's like, all he sees is dollar signs.
Yes.
Yeah. Every kid in America will want one of these.
Go throw those fuckers in the swimming pool.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Shit. And the dog is just like increasingly just distraught by this series of events.
Yeah, everybody just is so placid about everything that happens.
Look at
to
that!
them.
What was that? Like not even a loogie, just like liquid something. Yeah, the worst.
Looked hilarious though.
God, great range too. That was a long shot. Impressive.
Aww.
And these other fucking Mogwai are like, hey man, we're not second class citizens here. He's sleeping up there with you. Where the fuck do we sleep?
In a suitcase or whatever that is.
Yep.
Would
he thinks you have to be pretty fucking smart because he knows like clocks and like how all that works and
they
stuff.
They are, yeah. They're super smart. They fooled him a little bit later to get some chicken, which is like one of my favorite scenes. But is Gizmo like their father or like their brother?
I guess their father, I would assume. Yeah, like he kind of gave birth to them, My God, they lynched the dog.
Poor dog. How did they get him to do that?
Man, who knows?
That looks fake though right there.
Levers and pulleys and whatnot. What is this? A pneumatic hammer?
Why does that have chambers for?
I think to like drive make it
And then the fly... All
right, now that actually is not a bad idea. You know? I can get behind that one. Oh, God.
See, the wife...
It's the Keurig before the Keurig. It was on the Keurig.
It was. It looks appetizing.
He dispenses the black tar heroin he bought from the... there it is, the black tar heroin that he bought from the Chinese guy.
You know, the wife is walking around. She has one of those probably remote-controlled, like, vibrators, so he can, you know...
just hit the button.
Yeah.
He invented that.
Yeah,
the problem is he's such a shitty inventor. That's how she died.
Yeah, she gets electrocuted.
He forgot to account for the added moisture that would be placed onto an electrical circuit, and she was killed.
That's the risk you gotta take when it comes to sex toy inventions.
I suppose so. This one was like, now here we go. But why would you do this?
Oh, damn it. Billy, you fucking dumbass.
Whoop.
I blame Billy. I don't blame Gizmo. It's his nature. He can't help it.
No, like, you know, Billy is definitely at fault here, but, like, if you can eliminate the possibility is what I'm saying. You know?
Like Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid Mary. Hey, man, that shit works for me. This is not an Iron Fist Season 2 podcast.
Yeah, we need one of those.
We talked about it on HTF this week.
I'm sure.
Listen, I calls them like I sees them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, can't wait to hear that.
Did you ever actually watch it?
No, I did not intend to watch it at all, but we'll see.
It's better. I'm telling you, it's better.
Could they not pick a better name than Futterman? That's just.
I think that was the point, because he's just supposed to be like this hapless loser.
Yeah.
And now he's going to drive his snowplow home drunk.
Just like Homer Simpson.
Yep. I can't wait for that movie where Liam Neeson plays a snowplow driver, by the way. That's just going to be awesome.
You just got plowed.
He's just going to roll around and, like, shoot people and run them over with snowplows. It's going to be awesome.
Would watch.
Yes, I am going to watch. There is no hypothetical here.
And then
People
he says,
really just stop fucking with Liam Neeson's kids.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story.
Not
Keep doing
yet?
it. I don't think they understand. There's been like 7 movies where somebody fucks with his kid and then they all die. That's going to be the sequel to Love Actually or whatever that fucking thing is that he was in eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody breaks up with that little kid and he's like, well, time to die.
I bet it would be fun to drive a snowplow.
Shit, yeah, it would.
Especially if you're as drunk as this motherfucker is.
Yeah, he's convinced that he's going to just... I mean, like, what are you going to hit that's going to stop you? Like, you know, you're just going to run over everything.
Yeah.
A trail of destruction left in your wake.
That thing looks older than shit.
Yeah.
I think.
Have you ever actually had Christmas carolers come to your house ever?
No, but I was a Christmas caroler. Like in high school, the church group would go and carol like around the little town.
Tell us more about this church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we would go like to nursing homes or whatever. But no, I've never had anybody carol at my house.
Yeah. I feel like it's the thing that only happens in movies.
Yeah, for sure. Especially that picturesque. I mean, it's just like, oh, it's snowing.
And they're all good singers and shit, you know?
Yeah. I would like drunken caroling. I think that would be a fun time.
One time in college, we went we went Christmas caroling to we went to our professors' houses and stuff. But we intentionally chose like all songs that were not actually Christmas carols. Like they were trying to choose like more contemporary songs, but the problem is you get a group of 12 people together. How many contemporary Christmas songs do we actually all know the words to? So it was a hot fucking mess.
Like I mean, everybody knows Jingle Bells and whatnot, right?
Yeah, no, but that was the point. Like, non-traditional Christmas caroling is what it was supposed to be. So there was like, what's the fucking John Lennon Christmas song that I hate?
So This Is Christmas?
Yeah, So This Is Christmas. War is Over. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one of them. And then, like, God, there were a bunch of others. I don't remember. It's been 10 years at this point. She's just a little tired and cranky. It's that time of the month.
She was just waiting for him to ask her out, and then he finally gathers up the courage.
Grows a pair.
Yep. It's real cute, though.
Yeah. What else did he wind up doing? What the fuck else did it,
They look kind of alike, don't they? They look like
a
brother
little
and sister.
bit. Yeah, they dark hair, very dark complected.
Do they end up married in the second one or just engaged?
They're living together.
Living together.
I don't remember if they're like married or not. This guy's name, Zach Galligan, I believe it is, which is not Zach Galifianakis.
No, it's not.
Oh, he looks like shit now.
Yeah, he does.
He actually kind of looks like Brandon Routh a little bit.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
I mean, now
Like,
I'm
not
saying
as
I'm-
hot, though.
Right? Yeah, like similarly, structured, I guess you could say. What's he done? Nothing I have seen. Is the answer. Literally nothing I have seen in the last 28 years since he did Gremlins 2.
That seems odd. I guess it was just, a career killer, that movie.
Oh, no, don't start that.
I'm not.
Don't start that. Although he was in like this erotic thriller, Immortal Passions, apparently.
Ooh.
There you go. So if you want to see him, get it on. The plot of that movie, a scheming woman named Emily seeks to kill her husband to collect the insurance money and is willing to seduce anyone she can to do it, including her husband's brother.
Ooh.
So there you go.
I like it.
It was Krista Erickson. Don't know. Can't answer it. What the fuck are
They're
these? They're having
freaking
fucking
out,
crazy.
man.
That's how I feel about my kids. How about shutting up for a change? I already fed you.
You're a bunch of fucking gremlins.
Just quiet every once in a while.
And he double checks his clock.
All right, so this whole midnight thing. So, like, let's say you carry him across state, like across a time zone. Is it dictated based strictly on location?
That's fair, because they're from China, too. So what fucking time is it there?
Yeah, like, and after midnight, like, so when is it safe to feed them again? They don't say don't feed them from midnight until a time. It's
Right.
don't feed them after midnight.
What? Yeah.
So
Vague. Here's the chicken part that I like.
yeah, because they make this chicken
Oh,
look like it's
so
the best.
gross,
fucking thing.
though.
Just look at him there, just tearing this shit up. That one had like fucking cream on his lips that he had developed.
That's what I look like eating fried chicken. Well, it wasn't even fried chicken. It was just like baked
We don't
chicken.
know what the fuck kind of chicken it was. It didn't last but like
Yeah.
6 seconds.
And who has just a whole platter of chicken just sitting around in their fridge?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like they've got this whole all this food sitting around, this nice house, and the dad doesn't do shit. Like
Yeah.
this money's got to be coming from somewhere.
Even Billy was eating a sandwich.
And he didn't even tell this fucker. Like Billy didn't even tell the scientist guy like not feed him after midnight. This guy could have just given him the sandwich, and he wouldn't have known any better.
This is ridiculous. These people, I don't know. There's something in the water supply that makes them too complacent and dumb.
I think so.
Ooh, he looks so evil.
I said, I'm gonna get this fucking sandwich.
That's a Tim Capel at Sonic look.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Gulping.
Oh, man.
Gizmo's laying over there looking shell-shocked already. Like,
Yeah,
he knew
he's
what was
like,
going
oh,
on the
God.
entire time.
And, like, he can't, like, this is the other part. Like, he can't communicate But he didn't try to stop Billy at all. Like,
now, here's an interesting question. What would happen if Gizmo turned into a gremlin? Would he be like a good gremlin? Like, if he ate after midnight, would he be like... Watch them make a third one, and that'll be their angle, is that Gizmo, like, turns himself into a gremlin to fight all the other gremlins.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
He
They've
can
been
make
talking
an army
about
of
making another one for years.
Mm-hmm.
They've been talking about making another one of these, and I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I like the Key and Peele version.
Yeah, the Gremlins 2 writer's room.
Yeah.
All that shit was in the movie. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, these cocoons sure are gross as fuck.
They look a lot like the eggs from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Which was probably intentional at this point. Because this was after Alien, but before Aliens, so... an Alien would have been around long enough that you could probably do an homage to it by this point.
Do you feel like Gizmo's an alien?
I don't know what the fuck Gizmo is. Like, who knows? They don't, that's intentionally vague. I don't think he's an alien, just some sort of, like, mystical Chinese creature.
I'd be interested in an origin story.
There you go. Island of the Mogwai or something. But then what if it rains? Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Overpopulation killed the Mogwai. Thanos needs to kind of show up and take out some of the Mogwai.
Mm-hmm.
A menopause joke tossed in the middle of that scene, by the way. You've been wiping your hands for 5 minutes,
Yeah,
kid.
it's gross, man.
Stop now.
Those are
No
the
one likes
hugest-
gingerbread. By
They're
the way.
the
No
hugest cookies I've ever seen. Like,
and no one wants fucking gingerbread.
no?
Gingerbread sucks, dude.
Even with all the icing on there?
Like, the icing is cool and stuff, but, like, just put it on a sugar cookie if you're going to do all that shit. Like,
fair.
why bother with the gingerbread part? What the fuck is this supposed to be?
Some sort of portable
Oh, it's supposed to be a
answering?
cordless telephone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it didn't work,
Man,
obviously.
he had some good ideas. He was just useless as fuck in terms of actually
it's terrible.
executing them.
He's at a convention for inventors. It doesn't look at all suspect there. Looks like
No.
people are living their
Oh.
dreams there.
There are no vans with bags of candy outside or anything.
No, not at all.
Oh, there we go. Why would you have a convention on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I wondered that too.
They didn't think this through.
Are you watching the background? That guy just went away on the time machine. It looked like an H.G. Wells time machine, and then the next scene, they're all like, where'd it go? It was missing.
There he is again. Fuck off.
Oh, no.
Mrs.
This
Evil.
lady, what's her story?
She just hates everyone.
Yeah.
She just wants to be mean to everybody, and she has enough money to do it, which is kind of the dream, is it not?
So kind of like Mr. Potter in It's a Wonderful Life?
I'm not going to get into my feelings on Mr. Potter
Okay.
on this here podcast. I have been painted into a corner by certain individuals, and I am not going to dignify that with a response.
Well, I tried.
You're welcome. Yeah, it was a nice attempt.
Yeah,
but I mean,
thanks.
what the fuck was that? I don't think that was the bird's heart.
No, it did not look
I
like
did not know that gonzo bird porn existed, but my God, now I know it does. That wasn't good.
Your wife is a teacher. What if somebody came to her with a Mogwai and was like,
The Mogwai should be like, I teach English, so take that shit down the hall. Unless you want me to
not
teach
my
this stuff at
problem.
home. Not my deal.
I think she might be curious about it though. Like, what is this little
No,
thing?
She's seen Gremlins. She would probably be like, man, fuck this.
We gotta go.
We gotta kill it. We have to kill it now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. The birthing scene.
And apparently there's like a spotlight in there with him.
This is the first sort of like horror aspect.
Yes, yeah, this is kind of where it starts to turn a little bit. And it only keeps the horror aspect for like 15 to 20 minutes before it's back into more of like this comedic kind of take.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the closing scene in the hardware store is something about, because it's back to that like one-on-one kind of creeping around the corners type deal.
I like what happens with the teacher. I feel like that's pretty classic horror.
Pretty fucked up.
Yep.
And now there's just fog everywhere.
Yeah, I like all the fog.
So wait a minute, this fucking thing is hatching, like, does he have another classroom or something? Because the thing is hatching somewhere, right?
Yeah. Is it in the room?
Hatching here in the room with the kids.
Yeah.
What is that?
It does look like a heart.
I mean, kind of. The first time they showed it, it did not look like a heart. Put it that way.
What did it look like?
Fuck, it looked like a close-up of a... What the fuck? Oh, it's a heartbeat.
Yeah.
See, like, I could be very confused by this. That looked like some semen swimming around. It looked like fucking a black and white version of Look Who's Talking.
That's a creepy background for this scene.
Yeah, kind of like, that Merle Haggard song that's used in The Strangers, if you remember that, if you've seen The Strangers.
No, I have not.
You've not seen The Strangers? Oh my god, it's
so.
excellent. Excellent. And I'm not big on a lot of horror movies, but the first Strangers is
Does that have
wonderful.
Liv Tyler in it?
It does, yes.
Okay, I might have seen, like, parts of it.
Yep. She's
It's
basically
like a home invasion thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
And there's no, like, reasoning or motivation provided. It's just like, hey, these fucked up people are in the middle of nowhere, and it's well done, in my opinion. Here we go. Candy bar.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
So what happens if you feed a gremlin after midnight?
Ooh.
Nothing? Because they're pretty much eating and drinking the entire time. Now, wait a minute. That's another quick question. Later on, they're going to be in this bar, dousing themselves in beer, and no, like, little gremlins are popping off of them.
Maybe it is just the water.
I guess. I don't know.
That seems odd, though.
Yep.
Punching holes through all these rules, man.
Yep. What are you doing?
Would you not just run away at this point?
I mean, you don't have any reason to be terrified. Like, it was this little cute, cuddly thing.
But then...
Was that Snickers?
Yeah. Here we go.
Snickers packaging has not changed in 30 years. Everything else looks different. Snickers has stayed the same.
He's like, oh, you're eating it. Hungry? Have a
There we
Snickers.
go.
Ah!
Got him. And you know what else is interesting about this? Billy keeps showing up at the high school, and nobody is acting like this is weird. It gives me the impression that Billy has, he's been hanging around pretty often because everybody's just used to seeing him.
That was part of my loser theory.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Loser or pedophile, whichever.
Well, he hangs out with the young boy and
takes his shirt off casually around him.
Yeah.
Takes him up to his bedroom while his mother's home.
Carries his dog around everywhere. You never know what he's into.
I'm about to be in Phoebe Cates here in a little bit. Somebody wants a fucking apple. Get that shit out of here.
Gremlin does.
The gremlin wants it. He'll eat anything. Nope, he spit that shit out. Like, fuck that.
Where's his Snickers at?
There is actually nutrition in this. I do not want this.
He's gonna eat the glass.
I'll eat a test tube instead.
Odd.
Banging. Subtitles are the best. Man.
All right. He's alarmed now officially. This is good, at least.
Yeah, so now he's like, I should probably go home.
He's woke now.
Woke. Get woke, stay broke, as I saw somebody on the internet say the other day. Oh, there it is. Perfect.
That was good.
Yeah. What's he doing up there?
He could just, like, straight up attack him and, like, claw him, but he just
He could.
throws stuff at him.
Well, he's trying to find something to eat. Here we go.
Yes.
This is good shit here.
Yes, this is the best part.
Oh my God, they're gonna
Poor little Giz.
assassinate.
Poor Giz looks so scared.
Gizmo needs to tell him, I shat you out of my back. He could be more appreciative.
Doesn't Giz get some like Rambo attire at some point? Or
I think
is
that's
that
in the second
one. Okay, yeah, I just had that.
See? We're crossing streams again.
Yeah, we are. But now he's just thrown down the trash chute or hamper, whatever the hell that was. I like how she totes her knife with her. That's good.
Yeah, like she's clearly, figuring out that something is going on. Something ain't right here. And the fog continues to billow out. This is like the foggiest thing inside those.
I will be like straight up just, yeah, I would not be hanging out in that house.
No, nor would I.
Mm-mm. Or answering the damn phone.
Caca. That's their favorite word.
Yeah.
So not much on the English speech, but they learned the Spanish term for shit.
These are some weird creatures, man.
So maybe they are Spanish. Maybe that's their country of origin. It is somewhere in the Latin countries. Hispanic.
Yeah, I feel like we need an origin story now. Like maybe in comic book form.
That would be cool.
I would like it. That's an old ass record player.
I know. Those things are back in style now, though.
Are they?
Record players, man, yeah. That's what we got my mother-in-law for Christmas, was a record player. Vinyl. Go to the vinyl shop and whatnot.
That sounds like a Steve Willie thing.
It probably is. Is Steve Willie a hipster? Is that what we're saying here?
I feel like he is, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, who else would be into shit-covered speculums?
I don't know.
Here we go. So this is the problem when you do movie podcasts. At a certain point, you just start watching the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's much more fun when they're bad because then you just tear them apart. This is actually good. It's like fucking Riverdale.
Yeah.
There and back again, or to Riverdale and back, whatever the fuck it was called. See, even the Gremlin is not like Gremlins are ravenous about everything they come in contact with. But a gingerbread man, he eats the fucking head and he's like, this kind of sucks.
Well, he said yum yum, but that's just for the icing, probably.
I think that's their term for food.
Oh,
here we go. This is fucking dope.
I love it.
Here we go.
Yes.
Boom. Liquefied.
That was smart thinking on her part.
It was. It was good. She actually counted on her husband's invention to, destroy something.
They have green blood. That's awesome.
Yep.
They're
and here they
definitely
are,
aliens.
tossing the plates.
She's
Fuck him
battling,
up.
man.
There we go.
Oh,
boom.
Damn.
Psycho homage here, I think.
The mom is the badass person in this. Oh, shit.
Fuck you, too. What was that?
Cooking spray?
I guess.
And then
this is awesome.
Mic. Oh,
flea and tick
killer. Because
why does she just have a can of flea and tick killer sitting around? Oh, boom! That was nice.
Gross.
And she's not even like taking one out and moving on to the next one, she is savoring this shit.
Yes,
like she is taking in the glory of her kill each time she takes one down.
It's like she's just been waiting her whole life for this opportunity.
Finally, something to do besides sit around and wait on that fat fuck to get home.
She's gonna go hunt him down.
Yep.
She's got 2 knives now.
Tiny ass TV.
Why the one big stocking and the 2 tiny stockings?
Well, the fat dad probably got the big ass stocking. I mean, traditionally it would be the kid with the giant stocking and the parents with the full size stocking, but
he probably invented the giant stocking.
God, just looking at stockings reminds me of all the shit I have to do in the next 2 days. So thanks for that, Gremlins.
Yep. Taking the joy out. Oh, it was just a sex toy.
That's quite the sex toy. A Megazord sex toy. Boom.
That was a good jump scare too.
It
Damn,
was.
that tree is attacking her.
All these like movies from, I would say the 80s and earlier, where these trees are draped in tinsel.
Mm-hmm.
Never really been a thing that I've encountered. Like you'll get a little bit of the garland, the rope stuff, but like draping them in tinsel is something I've never really encountered in real life.
My mom did that when we were growing up.
Did she? Maybe it's like just something of like an earlier generation that's a more, because ours is pretty much always lights and ornaments and stuff.
That shit was a mess because it would come in like a little and then like just kind of strew it on the tree like it was pointless. I'm like, why are we doing this?
It's like anything glitter related. Like you can't. That shit's just going to get everywhere. Yeah. That's like when Danielle and I got married. One of our friends, to be a douchebag, like knowing, like he said that he sat there and he thought about this shit. He was like, "All right, tomorrow they're gonna be on their honeymoon. They're gonna be in the car, and I bet in the car they're gonna open all their fucking cards." And so he filled the card with glitter.
Nice.
Like, and so when she opened it up, there's just glitter all on my card and shit. No, who was this fucker?
Yeah, just
why did they take him to Mr. Futterman or whatever his name was?
Well, he's drunk as shit. He ain't helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like he was ranting and raving about Gremlins a little while ago. You got the impression that this he's packing at least. That old fuck that he just took her to, like, what's he gonna do?
I think it was just the closest house.
It's too fucking straight.
Oh, poor Gizmo.
Now, what the fuck is that? What are these things called? Like laundry chutes?
Yeah.
My God, these people, they live in a world I can't comprehend.
Look at this fucking robot with a hat on.
It looks like the old robot from like the black and white Lost in Space.
Yeah, it does. What is it? That was so odd.
And see, that's another good idea. That was like the early version of Siri right there, trying to help him out with ordering shit.
And what about snow? Would snow not count as moisture on Gizmo?
That's a good point. So is he covered up or not?
I think I thought his head was poking out.
I don't know, man. I guess if it's real cold snow,
Yeah.
that like isn't melting instantaneously, perhaps. But if it was like really, really wet snow, that kind of snow that hits the ground and doesn't stick, maybe that would count. Who knows, man? I don't know what the rules are at this point. I have, this watch has just caused me to reanalyze these rules, and they're not holding up.
They're really not.
The movie is holding up, but the internal logic of this movie, I don't know, man.
Well, it's a stretch to begin with.
Yeah, I can see that. Here we go. Now, how did he know that he went to the fucking YMCA or whatever?
I think he followed his
that's right,
footsteps. Yeah, and then he saw he had busted out the door there.
Did he ever catch the other one, though?
Stripe?
No, the one at the school that attacked him in the...
no.
Mm-mm. So what happened to that one?
I don't know. I guess he just left him there.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
got him.
Oh, God, he just clawed his chest all up.
And then there's the cannonball.
Oh, no. Oh, you done fucked up now.
So, like, knowing how this movie ends now, I'm like, why doesn't he just go turn on the light? Like,
or
the
like,
giant room.
Or just electrocute, like throw a toaster or something in that pool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Electrocute all of them.
They often keep toasters.
Yes, they do. Yes, at the YMCA.
At the YMCA.
Damn.
That's actually kind of a cool effect.
It is. It really is.
I bet they used a fuck ton of dry ice.
Dry ice, yeah.
Yeah. And now there's like a strobe light, like a red and green strobe light going off in there for some reason.
That's amazing. I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. One of my favorite shots in this movie is coming up in a little bit, and like it's the fakest looking thing in this movie, but it's when it goes claymation for a minute for the wide shot of all the gremlins coming down the street.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like it so much, but because it's so ridiculous, but I do.
Oh, he goes to the cops.
And the cops are like, fuck you, man, I'm getting drunk.
Yeah, fuck you. What are they drinking? Almost like,
Well, I think it's a little whiskey and eggnog.
Yeah. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, not my thing either. I will say, if you're going to drink it, it must be alcoholic. I don't know why anyone would drink non-alcoholic eggnog. Like, there has to be some sort of benefit to it if you're going to do that.
He does sound like a lunatic trying to explain this.
And this guy's like, man, when I got to do all your fucking dirty work? What is... Man, the subtitles are like... This is amazing. I love the shot. Like, it makes... Like, it's the fakest looking thing in this movie. But it's awesome.
Great.
What must it be like to be married to this guy, by the way?
Oh, Jesus.
But at least he's got a color television set. I'm like that fucking, Billy's house.
Cheap-ass Billy's dad.
Oh, that's stalking.
She's crazy as fuck. That's how she puts up with him. She is off her rocker. What is he watching?
Who fucking knows? Foreign. He's one of those. I bet he contributed to build the wall on GoFundMe. What a world we live in.
It's crazy. So how many gremlins did he make in that pool?
Fuck, who knows, man? How does Billy really know that he got all of them?
Yeah.
Other than the fact that they all congregate together later on. What if there's a loner gremlin out there that's still roaming around?
Just the lazy ass gremlins like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Yeah. Y'all go and do all that. I'm gonna stay here.
If they make another one, they have to set it in like Colorado or something, so we can just watch the gremlins like fucking roll up.
Roll up.
Because like, I mean that in this movie they spend all their time getting drunk, and that would be the thing now is like watching gremlins smoke and stuff.
Yes. They didn't do that in the second one, did they?
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm thinking of a cigar.
I remember they drank again in the second one because remember there's the one that has like that is like growing. He's like crossed with a cherry tomato plant.
Oh yeah.
So he's like growing cherry tomatoes on top of his head.
Yeah.
And at one point there's a scene of like they're all drinking and the bartender gremlin reaches over and picks one of the cherry tomatoes off of his head and drops it into a martini. It's the most disgusting thing. Even as a kid, I was like, that's the grossest thing ever. But yeah, because they were all, they're in that office building that has all these like experiments going on. That's how they create all the different gremlins is like crossed with the various experiments that are going on, like the bat gremlin and the electricity gremlin and
the female one,
the lady gremlin that John Glover fucks at the end of it.
They ran his plow right into his own house. That was a pretty scary part. They looked crazy as shit.
That was pretty good. And yet, this guy somehow survives. We never see how he survived, because he's in the second one.
It's all the alcohol.
Yeah, thins his blood out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that long-ass pipe.
That dude's smoking something.
I know. Ah! Yeah, again, so there he's in the snow, so like you said, why wouldn't
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't that do it?
They're just...
This is pretty good.
Yeah. Isn't that the Back to the Future set?
I don't know, is it?
I
That's
think
a good
it
question.
is. I think I read that it was.
Huh. I mean, that would make sense, because back then when you had to build a lot of these giant sets, you probably didn't want them just do it for a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlins Back to the Future set. I'm Googling that. Yeah, it is, for Downtown Hill Valley in the Back to the Future trilogy. Wow. Prior to the Back to the Future series, the area was known as Mockingbird Square due to its role in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that in a long time.
It is a backlot at Universal Studios in Hollywood. Has been destroyed by fire 3 times.
Jeez. Probably them fucking gremlins.
And that concludes the Scott Grisolo portion of the podcast.
Well, not yet. I mean, we're not done yet.
Reading from Wikipedia, I hope so.
All right, now the cops are... They're
Now the
hitting
cops are
on
like,
it.
all right, man.
All right, you're not full of shit.
That's
We're
one
all
guy that-
drunk, but, you know, we're
The
going to
one
go
guy
check
in the
this
background's
out.
like, let me finish my drink before we go anywhere.
Yeah. Go open your Christmas presents, little boy. Let the men handle this.
Yep. Here we go. Yeah! This is awesome. Because even the gremlins are like, you know,
Yeah.
we're assholes, but this lady...
This
she takes
lady,
the cake.
yes.
Fuck her. Of course, she's a lonely cat lady.
I love the chair staircase gimmick thing here.
Yes.
It's just
Nobody...
amazing.
Does anybody actually have one of these things?
No.
And she actually walks around, so like, why does she have this?
So she doesn't fall down the stairs, I guess.
She's just lazy as fuck is what it is.
She has like a bazillion cats.
Yes, she does.
This is like my future. I'm going to have a creepy old house and staircase
Gonna
thingy
get
chair.
Murdered by gremlins.
Yes.
Well, if you gotta go, I mean, at least that's a unique way to go.
For sure. It's not boring at all. They're humming Joy to the World.
Screeching voiced little glue snippers. No! I love that the gremlins have already taken to, like, dressing up in
Yeah,
human
they're
costumes.
great. Yes.
They are acclimating very well. And see, this is the point where they have, like, they've pretty much dispensed with the horror and, like,
Yeah,
fuck it.
it's fun.
Now it's going to get fun. Mark 27 chain locks.
What are they? What are they? They're gremlins, bitch.
Get her.
She's finally having an appropriate reaction.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But I ain't gonna climb the staircase.
Spiral staircase. Boom.
Oh shit. Oh, so great.
Yeah, you're right with the Wizard of Oz thing.
Yeah.
Like, then
Yeah.
we see her feet. Yeah, that's a good call on your part.
My God.
Oh God! And here they are eating Santa Claus alive. This is awesome.
It is so great.
And they're just sitting there like, yeah, well, you know, fuck it, I guess.
They're drunk.
Yeah.
If I was drunk and I saw a gremlin, I would be laughing too much, man.
He was eating a man alive in front of you?
Yeah, I would have to laugh.
There you go.
Roll the window up, man.
And they're just leaving. The cops are not very useful here.
No.
And here's this little fucker. Gonna hold them all off with slingshots.
They're like right there. Like they
Yep.
can easily jump in his window. There we go.
I would not use a metal pair of scissors on a
No. That's a
wire
giant
container.
ass pair of scissors too. What the shit are you cutting with those?
I'm gonna guess himself based on
Yeah.
the childhood trauma he's been through at Michael Jackson's house and also in Billy's attic.
Fair. Hey, that's a pretty good effect there. Was that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just threw Gizmo across the fucking
Nobody
car.
wipes the front of their cars off of snow. Like they're all encased in snow all the time.
They're in a hurry here, man.
Yeah.
This shit has hit the fan, you know. I wouldn't know what the proper snow etiquette is, considering we get snow like once every 3 years or some shit. Like, are you supposed to wipe the snow off your car? Is that what you're supposed to do?
I mean, I would kind of want to see out of the windows and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, that dial radio. Something, if you show this to a kid today, they wouldn't even know what the
yeah,
fuck that was.
No, yeah. How old is this damn car anyway?
It was a clunker at the beginning of
Yeah.
the movies.
Oh, I guess I should mention that we're watching this on Amazon Prime, where I am anyway.
Yeah, I am as well. I own the Blu-ray, but I don't have a television here in my podcasting studio, so I pulled it up on the computer.
Something pretty cool that Amazon does is like it does a little X-ray, so it'll tell you like cool little facts about the movie.
Yeah, I noticed that as it was going. That was pretty cool that they tried to get apparently a Looney Tunes sketch or short to air before this that involved Gremlins back in World War II.
Huh.
Here we go. The smokeless ashtray.
This ashtray.
What's that even supposed to be? Like you just drop it in there and it doesn't do anything?
I guess.
Oh, this is awesome. The bar scene. The one gremlin hanging from the ceiling fan.
If I was a gremlin, that's where I'd be.
I wonder what Gremlin's drink of choice is. Is it beer? Is it hard liquor? That one seems to be into the beer.
Mm-hmm. And why is she serving them? Like,
I think the idea is that they're going to murder her if she doesn't serve them.
He has 3 cigarettes in his mouth.
The banquet beer. They are all having a blast.
They are. It's like the best
If
party
I
ever.
had like to be assured that they wouldn't fucking kill me, partying with Gremlins sounds like a lot of fun.
It does, right?
Flasher Gremlin. He has no genitalia. He's like, hey man, check this shit out.
I like the one drinking from the tap.
Yep. Oh god, are they playing? They're playing like the original Star Wars arcade game right there. Because they were just going down the trench of the Death Star.
Oh, of course, Stripes over there playing poker.
You got the cross-dressing gremlin who's already like, you know, looking for a little action.
This is insane.
But awesome. It really is
Like
just
the
so
detail in these
Oh.
scenes.
good. Where did Stripe get a gun?
He shot that gremlin in the fucking face.
And now here's Beatnik Gremlin sitting over in the corner like by himself. This is awesome, man.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
They have clearly lost their minds.
This is awesome. This gremlin's like, fuck off, dude. Boom, with a hammer.
That's the Nick Duke gremlin.
Was that the, what is this, the, oh god, what's the movie? I don't even remember.
Flashdance.
Flashdance gremlin.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No one...
The scene never ends. It goes on and on.
Sticking his finger in a light socket.
Is it getting off on it?
Hey man, you're into what you're into. Don't kink shame that gremlin.
Oh my gosh.
Well, how did he get him in the first fucking place if he's afraid of the fire?
Yeah. You don't trust her. Bitch, you trying to set me on fire.
Nah, she's gonna Polaroid him to death.
And how does she know about the lights?
I think because she held the fire.
Oh, gotcha. That's Tim Capel's reaction to a phone, to a camera.
to a camera?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk too much shit about that because it's pretty much mine as well, typically. Boom. Gremlin through the window.
Oh.
Oh, you're on a flash.
Oh, shit.
Oh, she just went Matrix bullet time on that fucking gremlin.
He's wearing a ski mask. So she can't identify him later.
Gizmo's like, fuck you, man.
This is all your fault, Gizmo.
The fuck was that they just threw at it?
A pool ball? A
pool ball. Yeah, billiard ball.
Why? How did it not break the window?
I mean, who knows?
Oh, the whole place is going to shit now.
That was awesome. Oh, boom. Why are they going to the bank? Wouldn't you try to get a little bit further away than the fucking bank?
Yeah, that's where I would go, you know. My place of employment is where I feel safe and in control. No shit. He said they've been here too. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking trash. Is this where she tells her story?
I can't remember if it's here or like... Yeah, I think it is, because she's over there with a candle. Who lit fucking candles in there? They just got in here. Who's been having like a seance in this fucking...
Probably the psychic gremlin.
Oh yeah, the psychic gremlin. No, it's not. It's not a candle. It's a... Yeah, here we go. This is her I Hate Christmas story. It was just fucking brilliant.
It is so good.
It's one of those things, like, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, God, I feel so bad for her. And now, like, as an adult, I'm like, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's great. And it's like, how did he not know this story? You know?
Yeah, you would think that, like, a Santa Claus falling down the chimney and breaking his fucking neck would have been big fucking news in the local paper. Maybe she was living out of town at that time.
Yeah, it could have been. And that's when she noticed the smell. Oh, God.
The rotting smell. You know, they say you soil yourself upon your death, so.
It really is so messed up. Look at Gizmo's face.
Gizmo's like, shit.
What the fuck?
What a twist.
He's like, gremlins come from my body, but that was fucked up. Oh,
Who the fuck actually tries to climb down a fucking chimney, by the way?
It sounds like a crazy person.
I have a chimney, and I'm not trying to climb down the fucker.
Nobody loves their kids that much.
Plus, now chimneys have like those round fucking fuckers on top of them that
Yeah.
keep people from, like, you know, being able to do such things. See, he's not even good at this. Like, you know,
No.
none of his shit works. Like, what does he do?
Does he have the dog with him?
Yeah, because remember the dog
Oh,
went
yeah,
with him
yeah,
because
'cause
they were
the lady-
threatening. They thought that Deagle was going to murder him.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
What would you do in this situation? Would you just be
Well,
like
I would-
murdering them, or
I'd be like, Phoebe Cates, you know, we might die here, and
right?
you know, so
Shoot
if
your
there's anything we feel like we need to do before we die, we might as well go ahead and do it. There is no tomorrow, so that would be the first thing, and then the next thing would be to murder Gizmo, as we've discussed before, to ensure that there will be no further procreation of the Gremlin problem. And then after that, I'm probably just gonna bail, like just be like, you know what, this is not my problem anymore, so bye.
How would you murder Gizmo?
That's a tricky one because if you got to think about it from the standpoint of like, if we're going with the interpretation that all moisture would create another Mogwai, you can't stab him because the blood
Right.
theory. So I'm gonna say plastic bag. Plastic bag. Yep.
That's sort of horrific way to go. What
I
about,
mean, you know, how would you do it?
I don't know, like maybe just like a shot of air in the veins or something, you know, something
There you go, shot of air.
painless,
Think about that.
you know.
I mean, but then you got to find the vein, and if you miss, and the blood gets out, that's what you got to
Or
consider.
just snap his neck, right? Just take
There
his
you
little
go.
furry head and just go.
Just swip it around real
Right.
quick.
God, we're terrible.
Shoot him in the fucking head. There's all kinds of ways.
Oh,
They've moved on.
yeah. I love the
Like,
movie
did
theater.
the one gremlin just say milk duds?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love the movie theater scene.
They're trying to figure out how to work. What the fuck are they singing on? What was that?
I like a chandelier.
I guess. This is one of those old time movie theaters, like
Yeah.
a balcony
Yeah.
shit that like I think I've been to like one in my lifetime.
I like how they're all like distinct. Like they have
Yeah,
their
they're
own
not
little,
the exact same design. Yeah.
Mhm. And they're obsessed with Snow White in the Seven Dwarfs.
I think that's just what they had, man. It was
Yeah.
one of those one screen
Yeah.
gimmicks.
They love it though.
Yeah, they're into it. The magic of cinema
Yeah,
brings
it
it
is.
all of us together, but human and gremlin alike.
I wonder if Snow White is like one of those public domain type things, or you know, did they have to pay a lot of money to?
So many fucking Snow White movies at
Yeah.
this point that I would think it has to be, right? Although this particular one, I would assume they had to pay some sort of like royalty to Disney. Of course, Amblin. No, I think Amblin was a division of Universal, or no, Warner Brothers at the time. So
Yeah,
probably
interesting
some
choice
sort
there.
of royalty. I would assume.
Let's see, which is. I was trying to see if the trivia told me any.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even got the trivia pulled up.
At the local theater, one of the Gremlins wears a set of Mickey Mouse ears.
That's
I'm
awesome.
trying to spot him.
They're into it.
They
man.
are.
The one gremlin in the front has picked off the sheriff's hat at some point.
Have you ever
Next
actually watched
next
that?
thing you know,
cartoon?
he's gonna be growing his hair out all fucking long and stuff, not listening to anybody, and just being a fucking terrible character.
Mhm.
It's gonna take him 10 years to die.
Carl Gremlin.
Carl Grimeslin.
Have you ever seen Snow White, the original
Yeah.
cartoon?
Yeah, of course. Who hasn't at this point?
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where, even though you might not have like actually sat down and watched a movie, you still kind of know it. Is that weird?
Right.
Uh,
Right. No, I've seen it. It's just been like a long time since I've sat down and watched it like intentionally. We have it for the girls and stuff, but I mean, even for them, it's not one of their favorites. You know.
Okay, so he's going to gas him now.
I think he's going to blow him up.
He's going to blow him up, okay.
Yeah, because he's pumping the place full of propane.
Well, that's, bold move, bold choice.
It's not a bad plan, actually. Yeah. It works, It makes sense. Gizmo's like, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really think it through.
Oh, I get it. Okay. That's not a bad plan. Now, if the piece of cloth goes out before...
Yeah, I was thinking like...
Oh, got him. That's a good shot there. Like the reverse image of them all coming to the screen. I like the ones wearing the bucket.
With the eyes cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would be afraid that shit was about to explode all over the place.
I know, really.
I would be freaking out. Oh, yeah, that one board holds the whole door in.
That rotten-ass board.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Maybe.
That looks exactly like Back to the Future right there, that shot.
It does, yeah, you're right.
Same movie theater. Oh! I love real fire.
Boom. That's awesome.
It is.
What's that one gremlin doing?
I don't know.
And here's Stripe, he's like, man, fuck it.
Uh-oh. Missed one, fuckers.
Yep, Stripe had gone across the street to get some snacks.
Kill all my brothers. You gonna die.
Now here's a good question. Why does this Montgomery Ward just have a giant fucking water fountain in here?
This town is like old school.
Yeah. Overly decorative and whatnot.
Is it a Montgomery Ward?
That's what it said on the outside, yeah.
I missed that.
Which is another thing that if you showed to a kid, they'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I remember there used to be one in Dothan.
There did, yep, for the longest time, too. And then when I was a kid, I was like, what is this?
What is it?
We never went there, There's never any occasion to go. Why would we go there? It sounds like it sucks. That Steinmart when it first opened. I'm like, why would we go to fucking Steinmart? That sounds dumb.
All right, he finally works up the nerve.
There we go.
Get the little smooch.
And she kind of just deadlips him,
It was kind of weak, right?
She was not into it. No. She was not into it at all. She was like, you caused all this shit. A baseball bat. You could literally pick any weapon in this department store and you go with a baseball bat. Come on, dude.
Come on. You just blew up a whole building full of these fuckers. I mean, like...
Yeah. You telling me there's no, torch or something in here? The fucking gremlin's smart enough to get a fucking chainsaw here in a minute.
What is going on with his shirt? I've been really distracted by those...
What is that? See, Stripes is fucking with him.
Yeah, he is. I've always really liked that scene with all the TVs.
Yep. So this is where it goes back into more of like a horror type vibe.
Oh, that's where he got clawed earlier, and it's ripped up. Yeah.
Jesus. According I just scrolled across and saw the trivia for just a second. According to the director, the original cut of this movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Holy shit.
That means there's another 45 minutes of this movie on the cutting room floor somewhere.
What the hell did they cut out, you wonder?
I mean, you must have cut a bunch of shit.
I bet there's some great stuff.
I bet there is, But for this, it's kind of one of those things you want to move at a certain pace. I don't think you want it to be slow and plodding,
No, definitely not.
What the fuck?
2 hours and 40 minutes? Good Lord.
Smurfs.
Oh, I think there's the E.T. doll in one of these shots.
Yeah,
right
there is.
Yeah.
There. Yep.
That's pretty good.
And they kind of even linger on him for a minute. There he is. Boom. Now what the fuck is she doing?
I don't know. Is she trying to turn the lights on, maybe?
Yeah, but I mean, like, why is she fucking with the PA system?
Oh, those are some creepy-ass dolls.
No, yeah, mannequins or whatever?
Yeah.
Mannequins in general are just fucking creepy.
Oh, you almost got your head cut
Fuck!
off.
Oh, that's awesome. The Shining here.
Oh, Gizmo.
Gizmo has taken action.
Yep.
Finally. After just sitting there all movie. Taking some responsibility for some shit that
couldn't
caused.
even warn anybody about what was going to happen, even though he can talk.
Yep. He could have said, hey man, like,
Just
shit's
don't
gonna
do
get
that.
fucked up here.
Yeah. Kill them all, you know?
Yep.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh! Nailed him.
That's why he has the bat.
Now see, if that had been young Bullseye, Billy would be dead right now. Death via baseball.
Oh, here comes, sunrise. Now a fucking crossbow.
Stripes picking all the deadly shit, and Billy's like, a baseball bat. That's what I'm going with.
Got shot.
Shoot his ass. Yes! Serves you right for picking a fucking baseball bat. You could have picked the crossbow, or the chainsaw blade, or any other thing.
Oh, he's
That
getting his ass
was a
whooped.
tiny-ass crossbow, by the way.
Yeah, it was. You know, children's size.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because back then, you could tell a child a crossbow.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Oh, shit.
Now, apparently, this baseball bat is made out of fucking titanium. Because watch how it
Apparently,
never
yeah.
actually does anything to the baseball bat.
Do you think they put a real chain on a demo version of
I don't
a
know.
chainsaw?
I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, come on. There he is.
This movie is batshit.
I know. It's It's great though. Boom.
Oh, he's gonna saw through it.
Yeah, but it's all this time to make
Yeah.
that little bit of difference on like this 2-inch thick baseball bat. You know. What the fuck is she doing?
The lights.
Yeah, but I mean, the breaker box was like welded shut or something. There we go. Where's he going? Was that a electric
It was
chainsaw
an electric chainsaw.
with the longest fucking cord attached known to man?
I really am impressed with the movement of the Gremlins. Like,
Yeah, this is really. I mean, the animatronics and puppetry here are pretty good. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's impressive. All the like range that they get all the Gremlins to do.
Yeah.
Fucking Gizmo drives a car. It's great.
The DJ is still screaming about shit. No, there's Barney. Now Gizmo can't fucking drive.
No.
Now he's like drunk and
The
stroke.
dog is like, what the shit have I walked into?
Whoa! Fuck you.
Come on, Billy.
Billy's about to get a cat put in his ass.
He's all fucked up.
He's really done nothing to this gremlin. Like, the gremlin has just fucked him up royally over the course of the last few minutes. Here we go. Gremlins. Gremlins and Stormtroopers, man. Equally bad shots.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
The dog is like, just can't get out of the way of this fucking car.
He's very confused. Oh, gross.
That's a good effect, though.
Yeah, it is. Super gross. E.T. homage.
Nice, Gizmo. Crashing and burning.
He's gonna shoot him. Oh, shit.
Boom.
I'm melting.
Got him.
Oh, gross.
It's a cool effect, though.
It is.
Oh. Wonder how many different, like, puppets they had to build to depict, like, the stages of this thing breaking down.
I think I read that they were, like, expensive as shit, too. Like,
yeah, I'd imagine they were.
$40,000 or something.
Oh. Looks like Brundlefly.
Yeah, that's gross. Ugh.
That's one you got to do with Tim at some point. Is the fly?
Oh yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen all of that.
You ever seen the fly? Oh, it's great. It is. It's
seen
like
parts of it.
Peak Goldblum, like Goldblum and his Goldbluminess as he falls apart and his ear falls off and shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one for Tim.
Yep, I know Tim loves that movie. So.
All right.
There used to be Brundlefly references thrown around all the time back in the day.
So the dad shows up just in time to do nothing as per usual.
Yep. So Gremlins. Oh.
Ugh.
Nice.
They're definitely aliens.
Liquefying still.
Yeah.
That's a cool effect. I wonder how they pulled it off. Practically, I mean, like CGI, you can do anything, but like,
ugh.
Now the dog eats it.
Ugh. And they just fucking leave.
Yep. Well, bygones be bygones and all that.
So did we have any actual deaths? Did the teacher die?
Deagle's dead, I'm
Deagle's
assuming.
dead, yeah.
Like, the teacher's dead, I would assume. And you would have to think that numerous townfolk are dead. That Santa Claus that they were attacking is surely dead. The guy who stuck his arm in the mailbox is probably dead. Like, you gotta think there were probably a good 30, 40 deaths probably, considering they ran wild across the town.
It's interesting the way that they show it, but they don't show it. You know, they kind of. Oh gosh, the Chinese guy just snuck into their house.
Walked into your house, man. I let myself in. I left the door open too. I'm like, we don't pay for heater up here.
He's like, yeah, I heard y'all done fucked up over here. Y'all didn't do any of the shit that I said. And you taught the Mogwai to watch TV.
He's like, now I gotta listen to him begging to watch TV all the fucking time.
Would you be happy to? Well, I mean, you
yes,
would, but you just be like,
because like the odds are, they clean all this shit up, and then like a week later, Billy wets him again on accident or some shit. It's just you're stuck in this cycle of like every few months, the whole town's gonna get destroyed by gremlins.
With Mogwai comes much responsibility.
Yes.
Oh, and then there's a heavy-handed message there at the end.
Oh, there you go. We're bad fuckers, man.
He's not wrong, but
No, he's not. Like we all fuck up. Let's not get it twisted. But
So where does this movie rank in your overall watch? Do you have a ranking system, or are you just like a whatever?
Oh, I don't know, man. Like I think this is 4 stars, probably 4 stores.
Nice.
Which would be 6 or so in the Tokyo Dome.
Do you have an order in which you watch these?
The Christmas movies are like...
Yeah.
Not really. It's kind of just depending on what I'm feeling on a given night. Like the other night I was like frustrated and like wanted to give in to all my worst impulses, so that was when I finally dusted off Bad Santa and watched it.
Nice.
So like, it just depends on the evening. Like if I'm sitting around with the kids, I'll watch something a little bit more kid-friendly, but then I have stuff like this and Die Hard and, Bad Santa that are not decidedly kid-friendly. At least not for small children anyway.
You wouldn't let your girls watch this?
This, I don't know. Like, I would probably let Olivia watch it because she's a little older. I don't know. Depends. Bad Santa is primarily what I would prefer.
Yeah.
Like, I would not let my children watch Bad Santa.
No.
I saw Bad Santa when I was like 15, and I probably shouldn't have saw Bad Santa at 15, let's be honest.
All right, so the old Chinese guy likes the smokeless ashtray.
Yeah, because he hasn't tried to put anything in it yet. Yeah. That's actually how he dies, from smoking his fucking ashtray. Because he's dead in the second one, I believe, when it opens.
So he just comes and takes Gizmo away.
It's like, this is mine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. They didn't even take Billy to the doctor. They just, tied a sheet around his arm. Like, here you go.
Everybody's dead.
Oh, yeah, the doctor's probably dead. In this whole town, there's probably only one doctor. Now, apparently, this guy is going to walk all the way back to fucking New York. Going to walk his ass back to Chinatown.
There just might be a gremlin in your house. Yeah, his name's Ethan.
This is a Lord of the Rings like journey this guy is embarking on to walk back to fucking Chinatown.
Well, that was awesome. So
it was.
Next year, I guess probably Gremlins 2.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 is not nearly as much of a Christmas movie, but you still gotta get there at some point. Even though that pretty much dispenses with all the horror elements fairly early on in that one. It's like, fuck it, we're gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, special vocal effects. Here you go, Howie Mandel and Michael Winslow. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Which I guess there's only so many guys who can make weird sound effects back then that Michael Winslow pretty much had to stay in business.
That said Barney Mushroom. What the hell?
Yeah,
does that mean?
The dog is named Mushroom.
Barney.
He played Barney. Yeah.
Mushroom is the horrible fucking dog's name. What
He really
the
is.
hell?
But yeah, some dogs get credited in movies. Like apparently, I have a bulldog, and apparently, like his great grandfather or some shit was the dog from Mr. Magoo. If you ever saw the live action Mr. Magoo, so there you go.
Well, fancy.
I know, isn't he special? And all my dog does is run around and fucking scratch his face on the Christmas tree like an idiot.
Hey, he farts too.
Farts and snores. That's a good point. Farting and snoring are his 2 greatest accomplishments in life.
All right. Well, thank you for watching Gremlins with me. Is there anything that you want to plug?
Oh, of course. We got the old HTF, the longest-running weekly episodic comic book podcast in all of Place to Be Nation. We are, I don't know when this is coming out, so probably by the time this comes out, we're nearing the end of Aqua Month. Mm-hmm. Going to have a full-length review of Aquaman here in the coming days. And I think that's about it, really, that all I have that's going on right now. Marvel Age is coming up, at a certain point. I think I'm supposed to do Masterclass again with Ben Morse as well, but we haven't locked down dates for that. I think all of us are kind of catching our breath for the holidays rather than trying to push stuff out. This is probably the only additional thing that I've done in the last couple of weeks.
Well, you did Looking Forward, Looking Back.
I forgot about Looking Forward, Looking Back. How could I forget? Looking Forward, Looking Back with Andy Atherton. That was a show that I did, and it was fun. I had a good time with you and Greg on that one. So
it was fun. So check that one out, and Geek and Sassy's kind of on a little break too for the holidays, and Talking Pop, there should be a new Christmas-themed episode of that.
Oh, God.
Yep. In which, you know, we solicited some stories from the nation, and there's some good ones. I'll just leave it at that. Make sure you listen to that one. And I guess that's it. So thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.